the same if it ain't with Bay. PWB. It's Marcy, and Miss Whitney. Talking that talk, real shit. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. He, she, him, her. Going back to back, that's the big curve. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. Podcasting with Bay.
Yo. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Podcasting with Bay. I'm your humble, most gracious host, M. Dollars, and I'm here with my lovely host, Miss
Wits and Grits.
Miss Wits and Grits is on the ones and two. Welcome. Hey everybody, how we doing? First of all, I want to thank everyone for tuning in with us. Today's a good day.
Yes.
Time to pod. We got a lot of cool topics to discuss. And, I think we got some good conversation today, Miss Wits.
Yes, we always got good conversations. So make sure you always share, you like, and you subscribe, and make sure you look on your screen and you'll see all the information on the screen and in the comment section.
And make sure you hit that notification.
Typical New York.
Oh,
it's spring. Spring is here.
It never fails. Whenever we try to record,
yes.
No matter, it could be the most quietest day. The second we hit record,
New York streets come alive. That's what we're gonna call New York streets.
Some
it comes
crazy
alive.
Shit starts happening, and these motherfuckers start going crazy out there. But anyways, guys, welcome to the pod. We got a bunch of wonderful things to talk about. Before we get started, though, Miss Wits,
Yes.
how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling better.
You were having a bad day?
No, which we're talking about later on, and it's a segment in the pod. We were sick.
Yes,
we
so
were
the house,
out. But that's a whole. We'll get down to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
In a second. But I'm feeling better. But today is a good day. If you guys don't know, I am a cancer survivor, breast cancer survivor. So big ups to myself. I had triple negative breast cancer, diagnosed July 2023, and so every day is a great day for me. I always say I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful. I tell God thank you every day for giving me a second chance. I get emotional every time I say that because the cancer I had was very aggressive. So yeah, today's always a great day for me. How are you feeling, buddy?
I am doing much better. Like you said, it was, how can I say? Well, I'm up and down. We are, I'm hearing some good rumors out there, in regards to what the future might hold for me. So I'm very optimistic in that regard. And I'm just grateful to have my family. His kids, they bring me a lot of joy. Even when I'm down, my wife, we're in a better place, both of us. And so I feel like that brings me a lot of joy as well. I feel happy coming home.
Yeah.
I'm not standing outside the door, like taking deep breaths anymore. I walk in with a smile on my face. So overall, I'm doing well. Mentally, doing well. Physically, I got to go get my checkup. So that's another story. But, that's on my to-do list next month. Go get my checkup.
Well, I can say I'm grateful and I'm doing well, but also I have some days where I get a little stressed out just because our financial situation, which everyone probably is going through the same. It's funny. I'm going to talk real quick about this, and it's off our little note stuff.
Yeah, it's not on our whiteboard
our
over
whiteboard.
here.
I got to get my timer out as well.
Listen.
But I told myself by the end of this year, we will be clear. By my birthday, December 9th, we will be clear of our debt. And so we're in at least 100,000.
Yes, go ahead. We're in a lot of debt. That's what I would like to say. I wouldn't specifically give numbers because we haven't really fully calculated yet. But
I calculated.
But we're in a good amount of debt, and like I said, I'm concerned, but I'm not to the point where I'm like, bankruptcy is where we need to be. I think we can get out of it. We just got to do really good budget management and lifestyle changes. We're going to cut back on certain things that we love to do, and try to do more in-home stuff. That's fun. Even for the kids, like we said in the previous pods, hey, we love to do activities, but this is New York. There's a ton of free shit out there that we can do for free that doesn't require you spending a bag of money. You know, all you got to do is just get there, and it's there. There's tons of stuff. So,
well, no, not that we're gonna start. We have started. You know, like we've already cut back, and I think that's which we're gonna talk about in the pod. That's why we've gotten a lot closer. So anyway, let's go ahead and start our segment.
So let's get into
it. Well, we forgot to ask you guys, how are you guys feeling? Hopefully you're feeling good today. If not, I hope listening to this or listening to us, it'll make you want to change your mindset and be in a better, positive space, just how we are. So I'm excited for you guys to listen to us today.
All right. So let's see what's on the board. All right. So, you know, I'm not that old, right? I don't think I'm an old person. I don't feel old.
It's in the mind. It's
a mind state. Well, you know, every generation, the kids come out with their new things and to be honest with you, a lot of times this new stuff that they bring in that they think is new is just old shit that we've already done, but it's just under a new name now.
You think so?
Listen, baggy jeans when I was young, right?
Okay.
Now, when I was in high school, baggy jeans was it. You couldn't wear no form-fitting jeans, and now I'm starting to see them. It went out of style. Maybe around the early 20s. I would say 2000s.
Don't age
myself. Don't age myself. You're right.
Don't give no dates.
But now I'm seeing everybody starting to wear baggy pants again, and I'm like, oh my God, we're back to this. So anyways, there's a new trend going around called maxing.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but I saw this on a little Instagram reel where basically they're saying maxing is where if you're on a flight, you don't take out your phone, you don't listen to music. You literally just sit in your seat and do nothing for the entire flight.
Bruh, I'm maxing.
Just do nothing.
So wait, do you say right now I'm maxing? How do you use it in the
let's talk in the mic. Let's make sure we're talking in the mic here. But so generally, from how I'm understanding it, so like say we're sitting here as it is right now, right? How we'll sit here, no headphones, and we just be like, I'm maxing. I'm maxing to the fullest. And you put like a little timer up, but you know, and you just
so
sit
you
there.
Put a timer.
Yeah, like if you're gonna say I'm gonna max for an hour, you sit there for about an hour, and you just do literally nothing but just be to yourself and your thoughts.
So it's basically a mental reset and help you balance, like bring peace back into your life.
Yes, so literally that's what it is,
and slow you down.
So now I want to ask you, where have we heard this before? Where have we heard something similar to this before? Starts with a Y, ends with an O. Ends with an A.
Yeah. Why?
Starts with a Y and ends with an A. What was the big trend way back when where people were like, oh my God, this is just so hot. And this is like the best thing ever for someone?
I don't know.
Yoga?
Oh, yeah.
Meditation? Like, this is what this is. Not even yoga. Meditation. This is all this is. You're just meditating. You're sitting to yourself and you're just doing nothing and just listening to the world around you.
Okay.
But they call it maxing. And so I'm like, is there any other trends that you did when you were younger that you see coming back now, but it's just coming back under a different name?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, there are. That's what happens in the hair industry too. I just can't think of course, every time when you're like, throw me on the spot. I can't think of it.
All right. So I
can't think of something on the spot.
So I know for me, when I was growing up, we had a little trend where, I know it's kind of dangerous, but it's coming back again, where kids would press up on your chest to make you pass out. You hold your breath. Someone would squeeze on your chest until...
What?
Yeah. And you'd literally just stay there, and then eventually you just pass out. That was a thing that we did. It's dangerous. In retrospect, looking back, yeah, people could have died, could have had heart attacks, whatever. But we were young. We didn't know no better. It was just a trend. Came out and we were doing it. So that was one thing. And I've seen reports of stories now of grade schoolers actually doing this shit. And I'm like, come on, man.
Wow.
Oh, God, this guy's back again. Seriously? This is why you can't give these young niggas charges. Listen to that bullshit.
That's welcome to New York.
Yeah, and he's literally burning out in the middle of the...
I think he's burning out right...
He's burning out right there, yeah.
Well, hopefully they get him on the camera and give him a ticket.
Give him a fucking ticket, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and actually, maxing was actually first came about on a Jerry Seinfeld episode. Don't ask me what the episode was. I haven't really looked into it, but essentially they were on a plane. And I think the lady of the show was with another guy, and she was just like, "Oh, what are you going to be doing the whole time?" And he just said, "Nothing. I'm just going to sit here." That's literally what Maxon is. And he sat there for the whole flight. Someone must have saw that on TikTok, because this all came back around on TikTok. Somebody saw that and was like, "Oh, I'm going to do the same thing." They recorded themselves. Other people saw it. They took flight, started doing the same thing, and it kind of just blew up. And now it has a name. And I'm just like, are you got to be kidding me? Is this how this stuff works now?
That's how it works, like you just, once you're consistent and once you come up with something and your audience or someone likes it and then shares it, you blow up. And speaking of blowing up, I guess we can go into our next segment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
Well, do
you think,
before you go in,
yeah, do you ever feel like, I guess it's a good way to reset you, like you said earlier, it's a good way to reset yourself, right? I guess if you're like overstimulated, because this work, you go outside, there's so much shit going on around you, you're constantly like just on a swivel. So I guess it's a good way to like reset. And I know you at times, said it plenty of times, you felt like you need to just reset on your brain. So
guess what? I'm not gonna lie, I would never forget this date. January 5th of this year, 2026. I basically started maxing. That's when I did my Daniel fast. And I pretty much and we'll go into details about what a Daniel fast is, maybe the next pod. And so when I did the Daniel fast, it helped me realize what I'm actually enjoying, and it also brought me closer to God, right? So with me doing that, I disconnected from social media for over a month. I disconnected from my phone for over a month, and it just it made me appreciate what I look forward to doing. It made me start reading a book. I'm not a reader, I'm an audio person, so now that's how I got into the Let Them Theory book.
The book, okay.
You see how before today you had to take Bryce to the doctor's appointment, and I was like, bruh, I'm gonna go lay down. And don't you notice I take naps?
Relax. So you've been maxing before maxing was cool.
Yeah.
I've been chilling and relaxing, maxing all cool, shooting some beef. Okay.
Bruh. Yeah, I'm glad you excited about that. But yeah, so I'm maxing. I've been maxing, and I actually enjoy it. And you used to max all the time, and it used to piss me off.
Because you can't appreciate to see me in a relaxed state. Fellas,
Bruh.
every guy out there knows this. If you live with your significant other, your spouse, wife, girlfriend, whatever, she come home and she just see you maxing and relaxing, sitting on the couch. It's like a trigger for them. They can't stand it. It's like it just grinds their gears. They just be like, "Oh, yeah, you seem all chilled," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Because you always chilling.
And then they walk off. They get themselves, and all of a sudden you just hear the pots and the pans rattling. You be like, "Oh God, what happened now?" Yeah. I just find it so funny, and that's the end of your night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, get on your shit, man.
Yeah.
But
anyways, moving on.
But before I move on, so you used to max a lot. And it used to piss me the hell off. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm maxing, I'm just like, okay, I get it. I have to tell you to go out and max. Do you feel like I feel like you don't max as much as you used to, and do you feel guilty for not maxing?
Well, for me, I don't get it. I don't have that downtime anymore. I feel like
change the mindset.
But listen, you asked the question. Let me answer it. I'm telling you what I'm telling you from my perspective. I don't feel like I have that downtime anymore for me where I can, like when you met me, I used to play video games, right? Mm-hmm. I used to have that was my downtime. I would throw the game on and just zone out for a little bit and chill. But now with kids and just life and work and everything, I do not have time and I realized that really when maybe the kids Bryce was like 1. Mm-hmm. And I realized, I said, holy shit. I tried to play the game. And that's when he was crawling around and I had to keep an eye on him and the game. And I was like, I can't do both. I don't have time for video games no more. oh my God, wait, let me finish. I was like, I don't have time. And basically, whenever I sit down to try to relax, if my wife isn't asking me to do something, my kids are coming up to find, well, my daughter is. Bryce will just be by himself, but she'll give me about 30 minutes, and then you just hear her peek around the corner, Daddy. And then she'll come up, what you doing? Come play with me. Come do this. Come do that. So I just realized I don't have that downtime anymore. And, I've gotten used to it. I don't miss it as much, but it also forces me, and that's why I started reading more. So if I'm on my Kindle a lot more.
Yes.
On my way to work, on the thing, I read on the train. I read on the train coming home. Whenever I can get time to just read a few pages, even just a few pages, I think it helps me just center myself a little more. So that's my time.
Your time. Well, so I'm gonna be quick because we got to move on. Actually, it's a change of your thought process. You need to change your mindset. Everyone has time. That's a whole nother segment. I've been listening to my stuff every morning, which I send to you and we're going to talk about. But something I listened to on the Mel Robinson podcast off of someone who does brain studies and stuff like that. Okay. It's whatever we tell ourselves, right? So we always say there's not enough time in the day and all that stuff. We have to make time, and there's a way to figure out how you can make time for enough time that you don't have.
How you can make time for enough time
that you think you don't have.
That sounds crazy to me.
Because it's a mind thing. You see how I used to always say, I don't have time to read a book. I don't have time to take a nap. I don't have time to do this because I'm running this business. I'm being a wife. I'm being a mother. I don't have time.
You're being a bumbleclot. Yes, you don't have time. Definitely don't have time.
So now, all those things that I said I don't have time for, guess who has time? Me.
Oh, well, and guess who doesn't have time? Me.
Because it's your mindset. But anyway.
All right.
We're going to move.
Yeah, guys, if anybody's been done this maxing trend, let us know. Feel free to leave a comment telling us how you max out.
Yes.
That shit just sounds weird even saying this, maxing out. Let me know how y'all meditating out there, all right? Shit. And
that's funny. You can actually start your day by maxing out if you wanted to. But how we start our day lately.
Yes.
Would you like to go ahead and talk about that?
All right. Well, I will jump into it. So, as Miss Witz has been saying, she comes up with a million different ways for us to. Okay, let's just say this. She researches a lot. She's always looking for things online, podcasts, Instagram, wherever, about mental health, I think is a good way to term it. So recently she came to me and she said, hey, I want to try this thing I've seen where every morning there's 7 phrases that you read together as a couple. You stand in front of each other, hold each other's hands, whatever. But you sit down and you both just read these 7 phrases together before you start your day. And it's supposed to help put you in a more positive space before you go out into the negative world, right? Mm-hmm. And this is supposed to help you at least start off your day in a positive mood. And so we've done it, I would say, was it 4 times so far or 3 times already? Because it's fairly new for us. Miss Witz, I think, has been doing it for a while, but...
So I started last week. Around so yeah, I started with Marley's godmom, one of my best friends from childhood, and I made this thing up. I came up with this a few weeks ago of hey, instead of doing a quote for the day, how about we send each other inspiration videos for the day? Kind of like a...
Well, okay, so that's another aspect that she's been doing as well.
So that's how it all started, from sending...
yeah, because you would send me 3 videos, and I'm like, wow, she has a lot of time on her hands to send me all these videos.
Because all the time I didn't have, I make sure I make time to listen to something that's positive and that's going to help me throughout the day. So I share it with Marley's godmom, and she then shares something back, and then we tell each other. Ever since we started listening to the 7
reciting the 7 phrases, yes.
As we send it, we also tell each other, hey, today's gonna be a great day, you got this, the sun is out, let's push through, we got this, this is our year. We just speak positivity.
You're speaking positivity into the world.
And so, yeah.
So have you been seen? So I know this is your thing, but I'm normally the skeptic of the bunch.
Yes.
I'm normally the one who's a little bit more skeptical about all this stuff. So
Always fighting me.
oh yeah, well listen, that's just my nature. I'm always questioning stuff, and I think Bryce even has the same mentality of questioning stuff as well. So for me, it has helped. Well, it has helped. Like I said, it's nice.
Do you really feel like it's
Hold
helped?
on, let me talk. Please don't question my questions when I'm questioning you about your questions. Yeah, but listen. So, starting your day positively, it helps. Like I said, I'm not going to work angry, upset, or pissed off about anything. I've been in a more positive space, and so even doing this, where before I might have been more against it and been like, man, I don't have time for that. I got to get the kids going. I got to da. It really doesn't take much. What, a minute, 2 minutes? Mm-hmm. Not you do it, and you do like you say it, give each other a kiss and a hug, and then you go about your day, and it feels good for me. Makes me feel good.
Oh, that's great.
And so I don't mind doing it. I'm like, hey, fine, let's do it. And even if we don't do it, say to each other, I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah. So
even in the mornings, I'll still pick up the book and just
picks up the book
read
and
it to
reads
myself.
it to himself.
And then I go, all right, I'm out of here. Have a good day.
So I left because it's something new that we're saying. So I don't know them in order, and I left the book not in our studio. So I will add them maybe in the description for people to know what the saying is.
The few sayings that we're doing. Okay.
But I know the first one is today's gonna be a great day, and then you say why it's gonna be a great day. Okay. And then the end one is like, I have a purpose in this world. I have a purpose to contribute to this world. So I know the other ones in between, but those are the first and the end for sure. And it's working. Like, I love it. That's one of my few routines. But your girl wakes up. One of many routines. Yeah. Your girl wakes up at 4 a.m. to start her day.
Religiously. Now, would you say that affirmations do help you in the morning?
Yes.
It gets you in a really good mindset to tackle the world, is what you would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, too, like the 4 a.m. Drive actually started from when I had to do radiation. And then I just took a break. So I did it for a while during radiation, 6 weeks of radiation. And the reason why is because I had to coat my skin before I had the radiation.
Oh, yeah, the 2 hours ahead. Yeah,
because
so
I was burning.
I think radiation was like 4 hours ahead.
4 hours ahead.
So it was 8 o'clock, so you had to get it in at 4 o'clock. Yeah, I remember that.
And so then I was like, oh, I kind of like this, waking up this early. And then I fell off and I wasn't being consistent. But now my body faithfully wakes up at 4. But you guys, your girl is knocked out by 8 o'clock.
Yes, by 8 o'clock, she's doing the dope head lean. So
or sometimes I might push it to 9,
but then she's still out of there. Yeah, so
I'm gone.
And I've gotten used to, like, I could even it's on a timer. Like, anytime I see her, I'll be like, oh, what time is it? Oh, yep, that's about right. She's about that time. Mm-hmm. All right, so okay, and we'll quickly wrap this up so we can move on.
Yeah.
With all that being said, and I guess I'll ask you, and then you can ask me, what does your ideal morning would look like for you? An ideal morning, how would that go for you? Quickly.
Okay, I wake up, I pray, I thank God for waking me up, thank God for giving me a second chance. Then I I read my Bible on my phone. Mm-hmm. And then I read at least 15 to 20 minutes in my book. Okay. Or I read like a book. I just randomly, my best friend got me this for me preparing for surgery. So I open up the book and I pick a quote, like whatever it lands on for that day. That's my quote for the day.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start putting a sticker to put the date. Then I move my lymphatic system, so I work out.
Okay, this is gonna be a long discussion here. All right, keep going.
I work out.
Jesus, go ahead.
This is why I wake up at 4. Then I work out. Then I do my oil pulling. I started preparing for breakfast for the kids. I brush my teeth. I then go take my poop.
All right, thank you for that. All right, so awesome.
My lymphatic system is moving.
What a morning. Okay.
And then, I go and take my shower while you're getting. Then I go in, and then I go and say, I wake the kids. You have already started getting up.
All of this, guys, are between the hours of 4 and 5. All of this that she's saying happens between the hours of 4 and 5:30 because I get up at 5:30.
Yeah.
My alarm goes off at 5 and I get my extra half an hour in.
So what I've learned, like I said, time that you don't have, as long as you're doing it 5 to 20 minutes of whatever you like, you get consistent on it. So this is like a routine, and if it gets broken, if it doesn't happen, I still eventually do it sometime that day. And then I tell the kids their positive stuff. Oh yeah, I read my 7 quotes before I get out the bed. And I say the positive stuff to the kids. We do the quote of the day. We put on our morning music.
Damn, I need that Jeopardy sound.
We dance. Yeah, you do. You do. Oh, I should have said it in the... And then after we dance, let me see if I can talk while you do it. After we dance, I then get the kids ready, I guess. And that's it. We eat breakfast, they do yoga, and you are just doing your annoying thing that you're doing right now.
Bam, 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 boom, boom. Oh my God.
So that's what I do.
That's her morning day. And
so let me go ahead and guess what yours is.
You're gonna guess what my morning? All right, go ahead. What's my positive?
You go ahead.
You just said you're gonna guess.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to be.
All right, my morning starts off. I wake up. I go, thank you, Jah, for waking up this morning. Roll out my herb before. Okay, so I wake up.
You look at your phone.
No, actually,
you read your phone. You go straight to your phone.
Hold on. Am I doing this or no? I wake up. The first thing I do, I put on the news as my background noise. Why? Because I want to know what's going on in the world, and also lets me know how the trains are running and whatever craziness is happening for the day. Bathroom, do my normal little routine, brush my teeth, turn the kids' lights on. Hey, wake up time. Let's go. I see her. We do our little talk, whatever happens. And then from there, it's just getting everybody dressed, getting everybody fed. And I'm trying to be out the house by the latest 6:45. And of course, showering, whatever. Now, my ideal thing would be to wake up, brush my teeth, see my wife. Hey, you want a little?
Oh wait, but no.
Hold on. You had your time. It's my time now. My time. See my wife. Hey, you want to do a little? Bang, 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 bang. All right, I'll get the kids up, baby. You could go lay down. I got this because I'm in a good space now. My lymphatic systems are moving.
Wait, but I forgot, guys. Okay. We do get it in the morning now. You didn't want to say.
This is my part of the show. Let me talk. You had your chance.
I forgot.
I gave you an opportunity.
There's so much that I do.
Yeah, I gave you an opportunity to say what you got to say.
But you don't get it in the morning?
Oh, we try to get it in the morning. If we don't get it in, it's because either I wake up and I'm having a fucking headache or I'm just out of it. But for the most part, she's always ready now, which I'm grateful for because this is a big contrast from normal.
Yeah. So now that I'm ready, he's over here like,
I'm sluggish. I'm tired.
Can you just give me a few seconds?
She don't know that kids wake up in the middle of the night to pee. They come find me, Dad, I gotta go pee, and I'm like,
please
go to the bathroom. Or my daughter wakes up and I have to stand by the door because she's scared of the dark. Still.
You finally want a wife that's really into busted open 24/7, and you ain't ready. So, come on.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to bust it open 24/7 in a minute. Keep it up. All right. Moving on. We got plenty more stuff to discuss here.
But because we're doing this routine and we're doing it together, I feel like it's helping us get closer. It's also helping us build our social media platform.
Yes.
How do you feel?
So this podcast is this podcast comes from that. So we're trying to do more things as a couple. So, podcasting with Bay, it's been around for a while. This was my brainchild, but now we're starting to branch it off. We want to branch it off into other things. So we have like cooking with Bay, unboxing with Bay. Everything is centered around Bay. Bay either being her or me. Mm-hmm. And so we're trying to build an empire, a social empire based on us.
Not trying. We are.
Okay, we're in the process of building a social empire based on us and our interactions with each other. And, I would love to incorporate the kids. I'm a little leery of that right now because they're so young. I'd like to maybe get them a little bit older so they can have a more input in whether or not they want to be a part of it. But for right now, I think this is helping. This process is helping us come get closer together. And I just my goal hopefully is that we can make it big, but then in making it big, it doesn't tear us apart. Right. Because I've seen a lot of stories of couples who, they do the Instagram thing. Normally how it works is one person, like normally the wife is the star and the husband is like the sidekick or whatever. And that's the joke running. But over time you can see it starts to wear on one partner and another. And countless times I've watched a few, even recently a couple just broke up that was really big. And looking back on some of those videos, you can see the frustration in the husband's face. People thought it was just part of the game, but now breaking up and you're looking, you're like, I could see how he could get frustrated because everything is a script. Everything has to be manufactured. There's always a camera in your face. Everything is like, we're going out. Stop. Let's record this so we could post it. Oh, I didn't get it. Stop. Come back again and let's do that. After a while, you're like, man, fuck this. I don't want to do this bullshit. So I'm hoping we never get to that point. So it's a balance that you have to always keep in mind to say like, hey, I don't want, and I've even told her when we started this, I said, I don't want this to be a job, to feel like a job, because she wanted to monetize and start. And I'm what?
You was saying it at first, like, I don't want to post. Why we have to film everything and why?
Yeah, because I was just like, I don't want this to feel like work. I just want us to do it for fun. If it blows up, cool. But the second it starts to feel like a third job or a second job, I'm gonna tap out on you like, nah. Because now everything has to be perfect. Yo, we gotta you gotta dress up nicely. Oh, I gotta get my hair done. I gotta do this. Nah, I'm not. That's not me.
Yeah.
So that's what that's how I feel. Do you feel any pressures in regards to being consistent? And what do you love the most about this that we're doing?
I think it's bringing us closer. That's why I wanted to come back to doing the pod. I feel like we're very honest, and so it just helps us understand and be able to talk to one another without cutting each other off, because we have to be able to listen because we're recording for you guys.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So
and then it also lets us go back and listen to what we talked about to one another, so you actually can see, like, I can say how you are being, or you can say how I was being, and then it just helps you better yourself. So if anything, it's brought us a lot closer. But also our finances, I think our finance situation has brought us a lot closer as well. You gotta get the do.
No. That wasn't for you to wrap it up. I was trying to find something just to like harpy behind it, but but yeah. So like as I was saying, I don't want this to be stressful for either of us. Mm-hmm. You personally, I don't like you being stressed because of the health reasons, whatever. And for me, I don't handle stress well. So, like, that was one of the reasons why we stopped doing the podcast a while back, was just time again. I didn't feel like we had time to do it. I didn't feel like there was enough time. We were both really trying to juggle a lot of things, health-wise, personal-wise, kids-wise. It was a lot happening in the household, and it was stressful. Just setting up for it and doing it, and then we were fighting each other about, how long it should be, who's a host and who's a co-host. Why are you calling me the co-host? I'm supposed to be a host too, and it's like, that normally there's a mic and a B mic. That's how this works. You know, the host, the co-host, you're still part of the main show. So it was just a lot of that, and I tapped out. I was like, F this, I don't want to deal with this bullshit. But we're back.
We're back. And we're consistent.
The video aspect adds a whole new dynamic, because before you could, even if you're frustrated, you could show each other the face like, and but now with the whole video thing, and I'm learning how to do edits. It's really, and I love doing the electronic stuff. I love doing the edits and all that stuff. So it's really teaching me how to, expand my hobbies creatively. So
it's all good things.
Oh wait, nope, that's not our thing. Wow.
Yeah. All right, so
all right.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
And
next segment.
Let's see. What do you want to talk about? Let's see. We could talk about
which is on paper.
Is on the paper. Well, no, I'm looking around because we could jump, but you know what? Let's do the food thing.
Yes.
Food. Yesterday's food is not today's food. Does that make sense to anybody out here? How do you feel about that statement?
So you already know how I feel. Well, let me say, he knows how I feel, but you guys don't know how I feel. I tell Marcel all the time, we cannot have that. We don't need to be eating that. Come on, the kids are gonna. I'm sorry, I'm setting up the time.
So she's very big on organic stuff now, which is for the most part, I agree to a degree that our food is overprocessed in this country. Mm-hmm. It is, she used to tell me when she first, after she beat the cancer, she used to tell me like, hey, a lot of this, because I was like, hey, they're kids, I want them to experience what we had when we was growing up. And she said, yeah, but the stuff you ate back then is not the stuff that they're giving up, that they're selling now. It is bioengineered. It has a whole bunch of shit you can't pronounce. It's just not the same thing. So long story short, I used to be like, I agreed, but still I was just like, come on, they're kids. Until one day, it was a YouTube video, a gentleman, and he was showing before and after things like cereals from back in the day to now. And he was like, look at the ingredients. For instance, it was for chips. The ingredients back in the day for chips was basically
like 5 ingredients.
Potatoes, salt, oil. Mm-hmm. That was it. Those 3 things was all that was on the ingredients. And then he said, now look at the chips for today. You had natural flavors, this color red, this color yellow, da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, all of this stuff that's in there, where the fuck did all this come from?
Yep.
What happened to just having regular chips? And he's like, these are all preservatives they put in so shit could last longer. Mm-hmm. And he's like, if that's what to make the food last longer, why do you think that's good for your body? And he's like, yeah, if you had 1 chip every 10 years, a bag of chips every 10 years, you'd be fine. But you have maybe 4 or 5 bags of chips a day.
That's what I used to eat. I literally, when I would get off of work, and it was super late because I would work till like 12, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm driving home, I'll stop off at the deli, grab me a smoothie, a fake smoothie, and also grab me potato chips because I had the dairy and the gluten allergy, so I'll grab these chips. Now, I used to crave chips. I don't even touch a bag of chips. Remember, I used to even buy the corn chips and the tortilla chips. We don't have chips in our house. Like, I just don't crave them. I don't even want them anymore.
And, he did a lot of other comparisons with other foods. And I was just like, holy shit. He was just like, it's not the same. Even, what's one of mac and cheese? Like the mac and cheese. He's like, yo, before they used the natural, like pumpkins or whatever to do for the color. He's like, now it's engineered stuff. And he's just like, this is why cancer is so prevalent in society today. He's like, the amount of processed food everyone is eating, your body can't handle it. Yep. Your body cannot handle it. It's causing all kind of genetic mutations. And these companies know this. They know this stuff because they do their own research to avoid lawsuits. They find it out, and then they bury it because they don't want to lose money. They've invested so much money. They're like, oh no, if this comes out, we're going to be, people are going to sue. So they bury the information. They lobby the government to look the other way. And then they feed it to us. The number one thing a lot of people should do. Look at other countries. Look at what they're eating over there compared to what we're eating. Remember what I showed you with the Fanta?
Yep.
You remember what I was telling you about the Fanta or no?
What?
The soda, the Fanta, the orange soda that they sell here, right? You see it how it's bright neon orange color. But if you look at what they sell over in the UK as Fanta, it's a totally different product. Their color is yellow. And they said, why is that? Because they said our Fanta is actually mixed with orange juice. Natural orange juice plus carbonated water makes their Fanta. It has less sugar. It has it's only like 5 ingredients in their Fanta versus like 15 in the one over here. And they're looking like, why are you guys drinking that shit? That's obesity. So much fucking sugar, bro. It's crazy.
But it's not.
But I went on a tangent. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
No. You didn't go on a tangent. People need to talk about it. We're talking about it more, but they need to be aware. We weren't aware. I don't want anybody ever to have to go through what we went through, get cancer, and that's when you become aware, because this is all preventable before you get it.
Yes.
It's not even just the food, changing your food. It's the toxins that we deal with on a regular, everyday basis, right?
You're breathing it in.
Like, we're breathing it
exhaust.
in. We're putting it on our bodies. That's why I don't wear makeup anymore. If I do put on makeup, it's all clean, natural, vegan makeup. We also, like, I'm so allergic to all the chemicals. So, like, with shampoos and stuff. So, I use certain shampoos now, certain hair products. I make our own lotion.
Yes.
I make everything from scratch. Our lip balms, like, make our soaps. So everything is just handmade, and it shows. And I can tell always when something is not right, because the minute I have it, within 30 minutes, I'm going to be sick.
You're having a reaction.
I'm having a reaction.
Yes. She's very in tune, as you would say, with your body.
Very, very in tune. And so once you guys get on the level that we're at, you will become in tune yourself.
The level that you're at, because I'm still working my way up there. So I'm not gonna say that I still like all the nasty, the junky shit. I do. I love it, But I've made a significant progress.
Yes, you have. You don't fight me as much.
Where I'm at now. And let me tell you, money can't save you. How many billionaires we've known that died from cancer? Steve Jobs died from pancreatic cancer. And when I read his book, they said that he found out about this very early on. A surgery would have saved his life if he had had the surgery and just cut it out on the time. But he wanted to go a more natural path. He wanted to try his own stuff to kind of deal with it.
Oh, wow. And
this is why I tell people sometimes also, I'm like, listen, there's nothing wrong with being, what's the term here? I want to make sure. Holistic. There's nothing wrong with being holistic, but sometimes you have to understand that even though you are not 100% behind the medical field, this has been decades and centuries of trial and error to get us to where we are with medicine, right? It's not, all of it is not bad. Vaccines work great, helps prevent you from catching all kinds of diseases that back in the day might have killed you. But now, because of vaccines, you're immune to that stuff. It doesn't kill you. Smallpox eradicated because of vaccines. Because of trial and error, somebody realized that, hey, this person has this disease and they don't catch it. Let me take some of the pus from over here and rub it on this person. This was what was done back in the day to get here. I say all of this to say this. In terms of cancer, I'm a firm believer, because of what my wife went through. I'm a firm believer in the medicine used to treat cancer. I get very upset when I read stories about people who go alternative routes without first trying the medicine that's there, and then they die from something that easily was preventable if they'd just gotten the proper treatment. Like I said, Steve Jobs is a big name that comes to mind, because he did that, and he only started doing treatment when it was too late. After he had withered away to a shell of the person that he was literally a walking corpse. That's when he finally decided to try chemo, but his body wasn't strong enough anymore. It was too late. He died. Recently, the OnlyFans creator, the guy who made OnlyFans, a billionaire. This guy makes money, made a lot of women out there billionaires, millionaires. He was battling cancer. He was a very private person. No one even knew about this no one even knew he died till days after the fact. His family finally released the information, but he was only 43 years old. We're not sure. They didn't give us specifics on what kind of cancer it was, but he was a big donator to gastro cancer research. So I'm going to assume that might be what he was battling. And again, it's like, again, it just goes to show that we really need to, be aware of what's out there. Like, yeah, you could try the holistic approach, but try it in combination with the medication, the chemo that's there, because you got to give yourself every chance in this world to beat this disease. I'm grateful that my wife went through it. She took the chemo, she followed the doctor's leads, and she did her own holistic thing on the side as well. She cut out the sugar. She started drinking the soursop leaves. She did everything else that was there, but she also realized at the same time that, hey, I have to give myself the best opportunity I can to beat this. And if the chemotherapy, while it's very destructive to my body, can give me a fighting chance, then that's something I'm going to take. But I'm also going to do my part on the back end to help to make sure that I do what's right. And so, I'm just tired of seeing all these stories of people dying needlessly. Another lady, she scammed a lot of people out of their money. She was a pyramid schemer. She had cancer, but she kept coming around telling people that, oh, I'm not doing I'm not going the medical route. I'm doing all this holistic stuff. And guys, I'm beating it. I'm telling you, I'm doing so well. I'm da-da-da-da-da. Buy this, buy that. This is what I'm doing. And she was making millions from other people going through cancer, buying all the stuff from her, thinking that she's creating all kind of fake lab reports showing that the cancer is going away. People are believing it, making a killing, and you know what? She just died from cancer. She lied the whole time. Never did any treatments, but she took millions from people who were desperate for any little hope of, maybe the doctor told them, hey, I'm sorry, this is terminal, and so they turned, and it just pisses me off, because I was just like, that's fucking disgusting. That's sick.
Yeah.
But
wow.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent. But yes, the gentleman died, and fuck cancer. It's a disease that's out there. It's not going anywhere, and you really need to take as much precaution as you can. Try to eat as healthy as possible, as my wife always stresses. And
it's not even the health. It's like you need to move the body. You need to fix the brain. Like, you need to it's a lot more than just the food. You have to move, exercise, just 20 minutes, 15 minutes, even if it's just 5 minutes. The body has to move. The lymphatic system has to move. But before we leave,
before we move on,
do you feel like the food? Well, of course, you feel like the food
plays a part. Yes, definitely plays a part.
But do you feel like your lifestyle has changed because of me having beaten the cancer? Like, do you, even though you fight me on some of this stuff, are you grateful? Like, I just don't know how you truly.
So for me,
are we doing the right thing?
One of the hardest, like I told you, the hardest struggle in my life was to watch you go through this and get through this disease, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the things that always baffled me was when we asked the question to the doctor, hey, why did this happen? What was she doing to cause this to happen? And the answer was always, we don't know. Mm-hmm. We're not sure. There's just a ton of research, but there's nothing conclusive that we can point to say like, hey, stop this, and then that won't happen. So then you're left to your own devices to come up with your own conclusions as to what you think it is. Mm-hmm. And so, we said, hey, well, in the beauty industry, you're touching so many chemicals for hair. You used to work without gloves. What's the biggest organ on your body?
Your skin.
Your skin. It absorbs a lot of stuff that you touch day in, day out. Your perms, you're breathing in all that stuff.
I had no ventilation where I'm at.
Yeah, a lot of, didn't have any ventilation. And so you've been doing here, I would say, for like, 30 plus years now. So that's 30 years of all that stuff. So, watching you go through that, and yes, it made me become hyper aware of everything around me. It made me become hyper aware of the food that we're eating, which is why, I was with, okay, fine, we could go organic. My pushback to you at times was because of just the rapid change in how things were changing in the house in terms of food. It was like every day you were like, we're not eating this anymore. We're doing this. Oh, we're not doing that anymore. And I'm just, whoa. Like, I can't have peanut butter? What the hell? I used to love peanut butter and jelly. Wait, I can't go to the local bakery anymore and get my bread? You're telling me I can't? No, we're having sourdough. Oh, I can't do this. What the hell? You can't have your grapes? No, I can't have grapes. So it was an onslaught of information being thrown at me, and I pushed back. I was pushing back a lot of it. But now, where I'm at right now, I agree that yes, we've done a lot of lifestyle changes for the best. And I wouldn't go back. Obviously, like I told you before, even now you're going towards a more vegan approach, and I'm like, I'm not ready for that just yet. I love my chicken. I love my food. I would love to still have protein.
Well, pescatarian, because I love still fish and seafood.
What's it called?
Pescatarian.
Okay, that word.
You'll do shrimp and fish. You just don't do chicken.
You don't do red meat and chicken. Okay.
And it's only because the chicken is starting to smell and taste funny to me.
Might because okay, that's not a problem.
So well, I don't.
For one, we don't even eat red meat in this house anymore.
No,
I can't. I go to restaurants. I don't even eat. I used to order steaks
every time.
I don't eat that shit no more because I learned a long time ago it's not good for your gut. It takes too long to digest. I always come back feeling like sluggish and nasty.
He doesn't even eat pork chops, nothing pork. Like, we just don't eat it. And maybe one day if we go to a fair, he might try it. But I always force him to try it.
I do miss hot dogs though. Oh my god!
I'm about to make you some vegan hot dogs.
I'm so disgusted. I just want a Nathan's fucking hot dog. They're not
the same.
Just give me a glizzy. I just want a glizzy.
Yeah, the glizzies are not the same, bruh. Like, come on. But yeah, so I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
But I'm on board. Yes, I'm on board with you. I still would like to have, like I said, my grapes are my
No. So
what?
Sorry, guys.
Not grapes. Yeah, grapes are
good. Grapes are amazing for you. You need grapes. So
But she says that I eat them too much because No. This is my guilty pleasure. It's my guilty pleasure now.
It's not that he eats them too much. It's like he would eat them.
You buy them today and they're gone tomorrow.
Yes, like in one sitting, a whole bag. So it's just,
I love grapes. So that's why
if we had our farm, yeah, he can eat a whole bag every day. But we don't have it. And grapes are expensive because we buy organic. But anyway, let's just go ahead. This will bring us into what happened with me going to, speaking of health. We're still on the health.
We're still in the health? All right.
I went to the doctor.
You had a health checkup.
Yeah, I had to have my health checkup. I'm having surgery, my last surgery, guys, which we don't know when. This will be the fourth time that... I hope fourth and final time that I have moved it. But I had to get approval from my cardiac doctor because my primary doctor was scared about my heart rate and stuff. So this is story time. So I go, this was last Friday, to my appointment. I'm excited. I'm like, finally, been waiting months to get this doctor. And he sits down and he's like, hey, Whitney, whatever. And I wanted to start recording, but I don't have a lot of space on my phone, so I couldn't record what he was saying. But he's like, do you mind if I use AI to diagnose and use talk in our session? And I was like,
wait. Oh, he wanted to use...
He literally asked me, do you mind if I use AI for our session today?
All right, this is interesting.
Just like,
go ahead.
What? Yeah, sure. You can, no problem. And it's funny because remember a while ago on a different podcast, we talked about like, would I be okay with AI?
diagnosing.
And I said, no, this will be a problem.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Go ahead. And he's like, he asked a lot of questions, and he's telling me to go into detail. Like, I kind of run down like what has happened in the past, what I was diagnosed, and then I'll say, yeah, so I had breast cancer. Then he'll say, so what kind of breast cancer? When was it? Where did they remove the tumors? And then I would just tell him more details. How I had 5 teeth. So it was just me. He would ask a little bit of questions, but I would go into details on questions. Mm-hmm. And then he said, this is just, he's like, I'm not using AI to diagnose you. It's just to help bring up the chart and that he writes his notes in the system.
Okay.
It was so crazy, tech crazy, because even when he came in, he had to take his pod and tap the desk to log into the computer. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. He's like, yeah, until it works. And so we went to 3 different rooms to get that to work.
Wow.
But anyway, I just thought it was very interesting for him to ask. Then I said, so how do you like this? And he was just like, it's good. He's like, I said, you think most doctors are going to start? He's like, yeah, they're already around. They're already out. There's just different programs. He's like, this program is pretty good. And so that's why it helps him. And so I don't know what it helped, but he was just diagnosed and writing the stuff. He checked me. And then today I went to my doctor to get to my primary doctor to get the note. The approval.
Yeah.
And I brought up to her attention like what had happened. And she was just like, yeah, she doesn't want to use the one that she has in their system is horrible. So she said she believes as long as it's good, she would use it. Her mom, who's a rheumatologist, uses it, and her mom loves it. So I think it just depends on what niche you're in.
Yeah.
But she said, and he said the same thing. It gives you too much detail sometimes where it's going on a tangent and there's nothing pertaining to what you're looking for. So you use it for help, but not to like completely do everything for you. So I just thought that was very interesting. And would you trust the AI for healthcare? And do you think this is the future now? Like, what do you feel about that?
I am divided on this. Okay, so one, I understand why. I can see the reason why the medical field would embrace AI, right? Mm-hmm. Because, all right, say we have a database with all our patients in there, millions of patients with all kinds of health issues, right?
Yeah.
All kinds of symptoms, everything. And then now we have an AI who has access to all of this information. And all I have to do is go and say, hey, Greg, I have a patient here showing symptoms of XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. Can you deduce what this might be? And then now this AI simply scrubs all this information, mm-hmm. looks at and pinpoints, okay, this, that, and the third. And within seconds, it gives you, all right, patient can either have X, Y, Z, then gives you a percentage as to the actuality of whether or not that person has this. So it's, okay, 85% gonorrhea, 75% syphilis, 60% whatever, mm-hmm, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you as a doctor now make an educated guess based on what's seen there. So it would save time, right? Because now you're getting all this, you're getting basically what would take a couple of days of you calling other colleagues and brainstorming each other to figure out what's going on. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Problem is, in order for this to actually work, you would need to have a central database where all medical information is collected in. And that then now becomes, how much are you going to pay for this? Because nobody, if that's the case, then it should be for free, but no one is ever going to do that for free. And so even though in theory it might say, hey, it's going to lower medical costs, I think it will just skyrocket because these AI companies now will be charging billions to access this. And like I said earlier too, it's going to put doctors out of business.
I don't think
Why
so.
would I need 20 doctors on staff if all I need is just 2 and AI?
Because people still want that human connection. You still need that human AI.
I know. Here's what I think in the future is going to look like. You walk into the doctor's office, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no receptionist. You speak in, there's a little screen
Okay.
with a little AI face on there, and it says, "How can I help you today?" And you say, "Hey, I'm here because my tummy hurts."
Okay.
Okay, describe your symptoms. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, please have a seat. Your number is 32. You're checked in. You give all your necessary information. You're checked in. You haven't even talked to a human yet. You're still on AI. Number 33, please come to the back. You walk in the back. You sit down in the room. You're not, the doctor is not there. You know who's there for you? AI. Please stick your hand out. Needle inserted.
So
everything is done automated. The only time you see the doctor is at the very end, because all he's doing is coming in, looking at the log and saying, "Okay, we think you have this. A prescription has already been sent to your pharmacist. Anything you want to ask me? All right, have a nice day." He's just there just as a verification, just to say that, yes, this has been done. I'm going to sign off on it. Have a good day. That's your human element of it.
Okay.
And I feel like the doctor visits before now, where you go, the doctor might know you. It's a little more personal. How you doing? How you're feeling? Tell me a little bit more about what's going on with you. That's gone now. Just tell me your symptoms, please. I don't need to hear your backstory. Tell me your symptoms. Tell me how long it's been going on. All right, thank you. Have a seat. You're going to lose that personal connection. And I feel like that's where it's headed for.
Okay.
What do you think? I know my views are a little more
now that you
cynical.
said that, I think that is what's going to happen. But people are going to be pissed off because they want that personal connection. They want to feel.
You're going to have to pay exorbitant amounts of money to get that human interaction from private doctors. And not everyone is going to have that. That's going to be for the rich and famous.
Well, that's where you have good insurance and you'll be able to get that.
Nope. The good insurance is not going to get you that. You know what they're going to tell you? Go to the AI clinic. If you want personal doctors, it's going to be to the point now where, you see, like how you go to Dr. Quack?
Yes.
And does Dr. Quack take insurance?
No.
What does Dr. Quack tell you? Pay me my money.
Pay me my money.
That's what's going to happen.
Give me my money.
Those personal human doctors are going to say, "Yo, we don't do insurance anymore. Cash only. Come and see me, and I will tell you what I think is going on with you." That's how it is. They're going to be the quacks of the world.
Okay, you might be on to something.
I think that's where
we
it's
will
going.
see, because I will be here till 110. So we will see.
You know what I mean? And so that's how I think about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm being cynical. But I just feel like that's where all this AI shit is headed. Terminator, Rise of the Machines.
Well, we want to ask you guys, what do you guys feel like AI will do in the health system? Will it be helping us or will it be hurting us? Let us know in the comments. We would love to know.
And do you trust AI with your health? Would you trust AI with your health? You already said no. I'm iffy about it. Let us know would you trust AI just to speak to an AI doctor to diagnose you and fill a prescription for you?
Well, I'm 50-50. Like you need AI and the doctor, but the doctor can't be ego-driven.
Ego-driven?
Ego-driven, yeah.
AI is not ego-driven. AI is just data, raw data. That's what I use to diagnose you. So it could be good and bad. Maybe for cancer screening, it might be great. For cancer screening, AI might be the best thing ever, because now it could, all those off symptoms that you're having that the regular doctor might confuse with something else, it might extrapolate all of that data and go, screen for cancer first, everything else second. You might, it might save lives that way.
Not might, it will.
That's something to think about. Like I said, it everywhere has its uses.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along. Let's get off of that. I want to talk a little world news quickly before we wrap this up. There's a lot happening in the world.
Yes.
The big thing happening in the world right now is our president, Mr. Trump, and
your president,
and Iran.
Your president.
My president. My president is Barack Obama, and he's chilling on the beach somewhere. So whenever he's ready to come back, my man, I'll vote for you. But gas prices are going through the fucking roof right now. How much did it take to fill up?
$62. It took $62 to fill up our Telluride. Okay, so.
You ain't have to tell him what kind of car we got,
that.
bro. Come on, man.
He don't never
just tell him that we got a car, bro. You ain't got to tell him the name.
Listen, I'm just trying to let them.
Nah, we don't need to know all of that now, man.
I'm trying to let y'all know we are just like
you giving
y'all.
too much. Nigga, we ain't like that. These niggas ain't got telly rides. They got Hondas. We not better than y'all. Let's not be clear. This shit is on a lease. We don't own this shit.
I got to tell you right too.
Listen, man.
But yeah, it took $62 to fill up.
Before this war started, it cost about $40 to fill the fucking tank. $62, and that's within the week. This in the span of 3 weeks. It gone up $20.
Yes. My mom's car, a Hyundai. Just a little small Hyundai. No, sorry. She has a Honda now.
Yeah. How much?
$60.
$60. And she was in Cali.
She's in the Bay.
So this is not sustainable right now. And it doesn't look like this is ending anything. They stirred up a hornet's nest over there. Iran is going fucking crazy. They're bombing everybody within that region. And I think the reason why the U.S. gets away with a lot of this shit is because because it has an ocean between them and all these Middle East countries. Europe, Russia, China, all of these, they're all literally on the same landmass, the same continent over there, right? The U.S. is miles away across the sea. And so attacks on the homeland is not really possible because these countries don't really have the capabilities for all these kind of missiles. So they target like the bases and everything. And that's why, you're basically sacrificing your soldiers for all of this. So prices are going up. The Army just raised the recruitment age to 42. Saying that if you're 40 plus and you want to join the Army, feel free to come right along. We'll take you.
Would you go join? Because you 40 plus, bruh.
I'll be honest. Okay, so if my situation was different in life,
why would you join?
But listen, if at 40, if I had nothing going for me, say I was working at a dead end job at a gas station somewhere as a cashier, nothing is going on, and they say, yo, we giving a $10,000 bonus to come join.
That's because you know why they're doing this, right?
Because they don't have no one's coming in. Yep, that's normally what happens. Whenever shit like that happens, they're not getting enough people to sign up, and so they start to raise the age, and they lower the standards. So before marijuana cases and all that shit will get you booted, now they're looking past that, saying, yo, it doesn't matter, come in. But yeah, if I was down and out, with nothing going on for me, no kids, no family, I might just be like, fuck it. You know what? 3 square meals a day, I'm guaranteed pay, and I'm not spending none of my money. It just sits in the bank until I'm done doing what I'm doing. I might say it, but I'm just not happy with how everything is going. I think this president is not good for us. No. He's causing inflation is going crazy, and like I said, he lives in a bubble. He's not experiencing what the average American is experiencing.
Not at all.
He's surrounded by yes men who's telling him, "Oh, you're doing a great job. Don't listen to nothing the fake media is saying." And the average American out here who's struggling, trying to make ends meet day to day, they're like, yo, you got all this money for war, but you ain't got no money for us. You can't give us an extra 10 grand in our, you know what I mean? So it's not sustainable. The U.S. debt right now is about $38 trillion. That's with a T, $38 trillion. And the U.S. has to pay interest on that every day. Month. Yeah. You have to pay interest on that. So they said at some point it's going to become unsustainable, where the interest is going to be more than the money the U.S. takes in. Yeah,
they always keep saying that. We're going to be alive when that happens,
and we might not get Social Security.
Yeah, that's why we got to save everything.
You got to save everything. Shit, the dollar might not even be good by the time we get there. But
I'm having
another hot flash.
Hot flash, and look, Phil, I'm sweating.
Yeah, you're damn.
Oh my God. Like,
holy shit.
I am having
but anyways, yes. So that's what's going on with that. Crazy world we're living in. Listen, if you're down and out, 42 years old, hey, sign up for the Army.
Sign up.
Try to be a cook, so you don't have to go on the front line, and you can just sit in the back and feed all these guys, and make your money and get out as quickly as possible. Would you join?
Absolutely not. I'm scared of the gun. I'm scared to look at my own little cut.
Nigga. My God.
Speaking about a cut, but bruh, I'm scared to look at any little blood. So
you could never.
I could not go into the Army. I'm not made for that,
dude. Speaking of which, I'm about to start calling you Clumsy Wit. She got
story time.
Story time. Let's go into quickly story time. Listen, so we have these nice little cereal bowls that we have in this house. We bought 4 of them initially.
Target, $3.
$3 for 4, right? And
Beautiful.
that was maybe 8 months ago. Right now we're down
8 months ago.
Speaking to the mic.
It was not 8 months ago.
Was it longer than that?
It was less than that. It was literally maybe 3 months ago.
3 months ago. And we're down. We're literally, I thought we said mute that. We're literally down to 2 bowls right now. One of them got broke today because somebody decided it was a good idea to go in the shower.
I was feeling weak. I needed my nuts.
While you're taking, bruh.
You weren't available.
Bruh. I wasn't available.
Your dad's calling. We need to answer.
Go ahead, answer it.
Hey, Pop.
So Bryce wanted
2 shoe boxes.
Oh, yeah, shoe boxes. Yes, please.
any color.
Any color. He's just doing a project. You know, this school is just...
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're on the podcast, so don't say anything crazy, okay?
All right.
All right. Thanks, Pop.
Yeah. So,
Sorry about that, guys.
No sorries. But yeah, so so everything's getting every day I come in, something new is broken, and with plates, it's just clumsiness, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's because I'm so strong.
And I don't get it. But I feel like she broke the blender that got broken. She broke. What else? What else did you break?
I broke a plate a few days ago. This is my second bowl that I have broken. And
that I broke. Broken is not a word.
Sorry. But it's been like this for a while. I'm always breaking something. I just don't know why. But I was told it's because my balance is off. So that's why I break things, which I can see. But yeah, I cannot handle just this little cut of blood.
Yeah, she started freaking out.
I'm freaking out.
She literally stood in the shower like this, like, oh my God. So I'm like, yo, just put a little pressure on it. And then she goes, oh, this is not the first time I've had to cut Marcel. I know what I'm doing. I said, oh my God.
So Marcel knows it's a running joke between us. I always would say, I don't know what to do because I never had that happen to me before. And he'd be like, really? You've never had that? I'd be like,
a lot of life experiences that you think someone in their 30s, late 30s,
yeah,
would have experienced in
or
life,
or even in their 30s would have experienced. I'm like,
and she's just like, I've never had that happen to me before. I don't know what to do.
He's telling me because he has to normally tell me. He's like, go ahead and put pressure. I said, haven't you noticed? I didn't say. I never had that happen to me before.
Yeah, that's like, I'm trying to think of like an example of something that you told me that, and I was just like, what?
I know it's funny when it's on the spot, when it's time for you to be on the spot.
I just cannot remember right now, but trust me, guys, there's been plenty of times where I'm just there looking at her aghast, like, you got to be fucking kidding me right now. So
at least
this was surprising to say that, yes, she figured this one out all on her own. So, anyways.
Moving along, at least I'm not out in the wilderness and you don't have to depend on, or you're not out in the wilderness and you don't have to depend on me.
Oh, you're talking about our show? Okay, you know what? Take it away. You tell them about our show.
Well, no, because...
Tell them about the show that we watch.
Well, we watch, if you guys have been watching our YouTube episodes, our bonding time is watching a show together, and we're finishing up with Extracted. How many people we have left now?
Okay, so the show, you know what? It's funny because when I put her on the spot to say, hey, talk about this thing, this is a show that we both watch together. So it's not like it's something just out the blue.
I'm shy.
She's over here like,
I'm nervous.
Anyway, so listen, on Hulu, we watch a show called Extracted on Hulu. It's basically about maybe 10 families, each select one individual to go out into the Canadian wilderness, and they have to fend for themselves. The producers, the show, just drop them out there. They have to build their own shelter, and then based on a few different things that they do, they earn what they call drop boxes that'll have maybe like a blanket for them or maybe a cup of noodle soup or whatever. They have to figure out how to fish and how to feed themselves in between those and find water and fire or whatever. So this season, there was actually an interracial couple on there.
Not a couple.
An interracial family.
Yeah.
The mom is white and she has two
Single
sons.
mom.
Okay, the mom is white and she has two sons, and so the youngest son is the one out in the wilderness. The oldest son is in what they call HQ, which is headquarters, with the mom. So from the very beginning, the older son came off very callous and cold. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, the mom would be like, "Oh, come on, honey, you can do it," you know, talking about her youngest son, and he would just be like, "Oh, come on, man. He's acting like a little punk. He could do this." Like, just very nonchalant and blunt. And I made the comment like, damn, they must not have a really good relationship because he just doesn't sound very supportive about his brother, you know. And throughout the entire, this has been maybe 6 episodes right now. So it all came to head recently. They had this, I want to call it a trial where, you know, they had to all work together to try to get them out some drop boxes out there. And so the mom made a mistake and, you know, told somebody the wrong information. The son who's in there with her, the older brother, he knew, but he didn't correct her. He just kind of kept quiet. And his motive was like, yo, we in a competition. If I got information that will help them more than it helps my family, then I ain't gonna say nothing. Makes sense, right? Yes, I'm all for that. But at the same time, he left his mom hanging because now everybody turned against her, saying that she did it on purpose. And he never defended her. He never backed her up. He just kind of kept quiet. And then later on in the episode, he came out and just said, yo, I knew information she gave you wasn't right, but I'm not going to say nothing because fuck it. Why would I tell you the right thing anyway? And he literally just like kind of showed that he just left her out, and she was hurt. Like she ran out crying. And we both looked at each other and we looked back, and like I said, dude was just there like, oh well, let them. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I don't care.
Let them talk about me. Let my mom run off and cry. Not my problem.
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna sit here.
So nonchalant. And so, you know, we were sitting there, we were like, yo, what would make somebody become like that? Like, dude is just so heartless. And you know, I came up with a theory. I came up with 2 theories, and I don't know. Did you have a theory what you thought might have been?
Yeah, I think the mom was hard on him, because that's the first child, and then the little one, the younger one, either she was in an abusive relationship or something like that. The younger one was like her saving grace, or her like the one who she like her almost her miracle child or something, like, so that's why she is super close to him. And then the older one is where he saw all the fighting or something like that, and it's just like a lot happened when it was just them two.
Okay.
The oldest and the mom. So, and that's why he has so much, and he just has a lot of anger in him, and he's not happy.
Yeah. So for me, my 2-part theory was this. 1, either when he was younger, he was dating somebody that he was really into, that he probably loved a lot, and she broke his heart, either cheated or just up and left him. And, you know, he was hurt, and he kind of just said, yo, I'll never make myself that vulnerable again. And so he just, he just pushed all his feelings down and become very callous and cold-hearted because of that hurt. Or like I said, he might have had a crush on somebody, and then when he made it known to the person, they chose someone else over him, and he just, that's when the what do they call it again, the villain, his villain arc started, where now he was just like, all right, you know what, fuck that, never again will I ever let anybody treat me like that, because I'm just like, yo, there's just no way. And he even said it, he's just like, yo, I don't show emotions like that to people. I don't, hug or kiss or do all of that fun stuff. I'm just like, he's very analytical. Mm-hmm. And so it made me think, like, have you, what does your environment change a person's behavior fast?
Yes.
Right?
Like, look at our environment.
Does the environment shape your behavior?
Yep.
For how you
For sure.
how you become in the world? And has anything in your past, have you encountered something similar to that, where encounter or a specific situation might have changed your outlook? Not cancer, but from your past before.
Yeah.
Maybe, like a relationship or something that, somebody did something and it just made you become even more like introverted. Like, no, I will never put myself out there to experience something like that again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it has. I don't know if you want to talk about that on the pod, because you get very like, oh, I don't want to talk about personal stuff, too personal.
Okay.
But the living situation in our house. Yes.
Okay, that was one. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I feel like you see I'm a different person, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you said at the beginning, I'm a whole different person.
Yeah, but when I said begin, I'm talking like when you were younger. But
No,
anyway,
I'm saying like in the beginning of the pod.
Okay, so we'll leave it at like the living situation was
Yeah.
was
But
that
as a younger Whitney, if I can think back, yeah, you just, even in college, like, I just want to come around. Like, if something happened, I want to go back around or hang out with that person. But
No.
it wasn't.
But did it change how you
No.
how you then socialize with
No.
other people? Like, okay, I will never
Because I'm always
put out that kind of energy anymore because I don't want to.
No, I'm learning now at an older age to kind of
Be more introverted.
Yeah.
Keep shit to yourself.
yeah.
So for me, my examples is also a highlight on my past, because I had a situation where I was very into somebody, got my heart broken, and I said the same thing. I said, I'll never put myself
So
back.
that's what I was gonna say. Is that why because it
Yeah,
happened
because
to you?
I've had a similar situation, so I'm like, I could see where that villain arc for him could come around, where he's just like, I'll never put myself in that situation to be ever hurt like that again, and so therefore I'm cold. I don't show emotion. I keep everything in, and I'm just more like, I analyze the situation. Hey, if I need to talk, I talk. If I don't want to, and that's how you told me I was when he first met. He was like, yo, you don't show emotion. You don't talk about your emotions. You don't, because it was just like, I don't want to put myself out there, and then what? I put myself out, and then you walk away, and now I'm looking like an idiot. Like, no. Mm-hmm. So I can see where that. I'm curious to see if they will delve into that a little more before the final episode.
Half of me wants to say, remember in the beginning I said they have them be that couple, like that family where he's the hated brother and she is the mom who loves the baby boy.
Yeah.
But after seeing her run off and sometimes I feel like she does the smize. Like, they both do the smize, like.
Oh yeah.
But which is one of the words, a newer thing, right? A newer trend, the smize.
What the hell is a smize?
Because you kind of like smile like this.
Oh, you talking about white people smiles? Yes, when they go,
The smize. Yeah, you smiling.
You see that a lot in Manhattan. As you walk in the city, if you make eye contact with someone, that's like the standard, just defensive, like is like to say, oh, there's no issues here.
Yeah,
you get that a lot when you walk in the city. I've been noticed that a long time ago.
Well, before we end it, we got to tell about, since we're talking about family, why I'm feeling better, because the kids, they were sick.
Yes.
As adults.
For like a week. For almost a whole week.
Not even, they were sick for a week. I don't know what we've never been sick that long. I felt like it's because I slacked on my CMOS.
Who's we? No, I was fine. I was looking after everybody in the damn house.
I felt like we slacked on our CMOS. So because we slacked on our CMOS, we got sick.
So that's the holistic approach to what happened. The medicinal approach is simply that they had a stomach virus, which of course when you have stomach viruses, you don't eat that much because everything is bad. Your stomach just doesn't feel good. They started out with high fevers.
Yes.
For day 1 and day 2, they had fevers, so they didn't want to eat. They were sluggish. We just had to keep giving them water. And then it transitioned into, after the fever broke, they were still just down and out.
They didn't want to eat. They pooped on themselves.
Yeah.
They threw up.
All they did was just
They had
sleep.
headaches. All they did was literally sleep, which was amazing because to see them just be like,
Yeah,
just do nothing.
They would wake up, smile a little bit, drink some water, and then within 5 minutes they're knocked out again. And I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" I was worried because I was just like, "What is happening to my babies?" But finally, we took him to the pediatric doctors.
Now finally, it got scary. I was starting to get worried.
Because she started getting worried, and I was just like, "Oh, I think they're coming around." Because Marley started showing the first signs of like coming back to life, and I was like, "All right, if she's coming back to life, then I think Bryce might be." He took the longest, but the doctor said it was just a stomach virus that was going around, just to keep them hydrated because they had those really chapped lips. But yeah, it was a scary time, and it makes you remember that. We used to have this shit when we were younger too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like, how does it make you feel seeing them sick though?
I don't feel good because, especially when there's nothing that I feel helpless because there's nothing that I can do. I just try to call back in on my experiences as a kid growing up, and I go, okay, when I was younger, my parents used to just be like, hey, it would be like soup. Try to have some soup.
Yeah.
Just eat soup and just keep them which is basically hydration.
Mm-hmm. But I kept telling them that you was like, oh, they need to eat. Then they'll say they want food. Don't eat it. Make it.
They'll be like, oh, I want this. And they'll eat like 3 bites. But for me, that was good. I was like, fine. As long as they're trying to eat something. Now they're back. Now these motherfuckers are just eating everything.
We fought about Gatorade.
Yes.
Because, like I said, I'm going to go natural. I'm going to go as natural as possible. He's like, throwing the real medicine, right?
Yes.
That's
when they're sick, like for the fevers, I gave them pediatric Tylenol.
Yes, he gave it to the first time.
Because that helps break fevers.
So
She's over here get him tea, and I'm like, bro.
So my first thing is, if you're gonna do it, because I just know my husband, give it to them for the first time. I let him give it to the first time because I know that's him. He's gonna pop medicine quick. Me, I'm gonna go the holistic way. The second night where they had the fevers and stuff and they wasn't throwing up and I was up, thank God they didn't go to him. I let him sleep and I did my holistic approach. I kept a cold towel. They even knew now by the third day. It's like, Mama, I need my cold towel on me. I put that cold towel on them. If they had energy enough, I would have put them in the shower to take a cooler shower or let them play in the tub with cooler water. Because the cold water is going to calm the body down and calm the temperature down. And then I just made sure they drank and I held them and they went to sleep. And boom, they woke up, no fever. Fever broke. You heard me? So
that was day 2. The fever breaks on day 2. Listen to me. I don't play when it comes to my kids when they're sick. I don't play that shit. You could do holistic fine, but in those first few days, like I said, when that fever is kicking their asses, that Tylenol helps break it and gives them back, because it's just a matter to break it. Here, eat. All right, go back, because it comes back.
So and
I only do it for one day because I realize I don't want to keep giving them Tylenol every day. I only give it for them for one day.
So you gotten better. Because you used to just keep giving it to them.
After day 1, and they'll tell you don't exceed anything over 24. So after day 1, then I'm like, all right, you guys are going to have to fight this on your own unless we go to the doctor and figure out what's going on.
But before the cancer, you used to give it to them more than...
No, it was only for day 1. Even as babies, it was only because I didn't want them to overdose on the shit. So... like I said, I don't mind going holistic, fine, that's cool, but in moderation. Especially if you as an adult want to do it, fine, do whatever you want to do. But when it comes to my kids, hey, listen.
Our kids.
When it comes to my kids, our kids.
Because he birthed them.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't play about that stuff. You can, fine, you want them to be vegan kids, whatever, but medicinal wise, we are going to go to tried and true approach because I want them to be able to grow and be healthy and strong. Now, if it's nothing too serious, then fine, we can try the holistic approach.
So you can be healthy and strong with holistic?
Did you hear what I just said? If it's nothing too serious, we can try the holistic ways and see if that helps. But if it progresses and gets out of hand, we're going to the doctor. Because like I said, I'm not going to be one of those parents who, I don't believe in vaccines and I don't this and I don't that and all that. Listen,
everybody has a different opinion.
You as an individual have to be able to make educated decisions based on the material that's out there. You have to be able to filter through the material to see what's bull jive and what's not, what's true, what's real and what's fake, and what's just somebody over here trying to sell a product. These are things that we have to. You have to do these things. No, because listen, everything is a grift. You have to be able to sift through the nonsense to find the real truth. I'm not saying that everything is fake, but do your research and just be aware. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. And I think I think we should.
We're gonna end on that.
End it on that.
But before we end, did you like the homemade Gatorade?
Oh my God.
That's all I need to know. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and move along to our weird news of the week.
Weird news of the week brought to you today by.
He liked it, guys.
It was good. I wouldn't say it actually tasted like the regular Gatorade. I don't know what she put in there. She wouldn't tell me her ingredients.
Oh, maybe that would be a tip for the week.
Maybe she could make some after we're done here.
Oh, yes.
Make another batch because I'm quite parched from all this talking.
Yes, and guess what? To believe it or not, you remember you say, "Oh man, they got that energy back. They moving." Guess why? Because I gave them that holistic Gatorade that was homemade. Thank you.
You did give them Gatorade, didn't you?
Yeah, my homemade Gatorade.
I knew you did it, but it's good. Like I said, it's good. If it's one thing I can support is that does taste like regular All right.
You ready for the weird news?
Weird news of the week. All right, let me see what I got on my weird news.
Or should I go first?
Go first.
While you're pulling up.
Let me pull up my weird news.
Put my music on. Thank you. Ooh, my chest is really hurting. I can't wait to have this surgery. All right, guys. So the tip of the week is the lymphatic system.
Hold on.
Let's go. All right, guys. So the tip of the week is working your lymphatic system. I had no idea what that meant, what that is, until really I've been hearing about it and I've heard about it a lot during cancer, after cancer. But I'm really starting to study and learn the body because I'm treating us holistically. And the lymphatic system, the main roles of the system are managing the fluid levels in your body. It's reacting to bacteria, good and bad. It's dealing with cancer cells. And it's dealing with getting rid of the results of diseases and disorders. So it's just absorbing all the fats in our diet from the intestine. So you need to have the lymphatic system moving and operating properly. So this is why I get up in the morning and I massage it and I wake it up and I do strength training to keep it active and moving, because that's how I feel like I got sick with the cancer. I had to stop doing movement, really. I wasn't really moving even though I'm a hairstylist, I wasn't moving my body for 5 years since I had the kids, and not consistently. And I wasn't drinking water. I didn't stay hydrated to keep the inflammation out. I wasn't drinking the right teas and the right water to detox my body and keep my blood cells flowing, which you need to have your lymphatic system working properly. So to keep it working properly, I say do lemon water. You can do ginger tea, dandelion tea, or what's that? Dandelion root and which is dandelion tea. That's what, or clove tea. So that's my tip of the day. Move your lymphatic system. It's best for you. Only 5 minutes a day. Massage it. That was pretty long, but it's so worth the energy and the information. Oh yeah, you can have green tea too.
And that was Miss Witt's tip of the week.
Did you know our green juice is a detoxer? Yeah. And it helps with our lymphatic system.
I knew it was a detoxer. I didn't know all about the...
but that's why it moves our lymphatic system, which is being an orgasm.
Basically, is when you go take a massive dump.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Flushes out everything.
All right, guys. Weird news of the week. Not really a weird news of the week actually for me. This is more of like a feel good story.
Really?
A little twist up here. So this comes to us from Ohio. Ohio woman reunited with her lost dog after nearly a decade.
What?
Yes. So, Ohio woman whose dog went missing in 2017 was reunited with her beloved pet 9 years later when he turned up at a local shelter. So for 9 years, her name is Sharon Kelly, and basically she took her Shih Tzu, that's what they call him, Shih Tzu, out for a walk. Well, he went out for a bathroom break in the yard back in 2017, and he never came back. He vanished.
Someone
Probably stole him. No one really knows.
Because those dogs are worth a lot of money.
So they launched police searches and everything, called the police, neighborhood searches, nothing. For the next 10 years, people will give them random tips like, hey, I saw a dog matching the description over by blah, 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 blah. And they would be scouring all over the place trying to find this dog, but no leads ever panned out until it came to a head one day when her 10-year-old, her niece sent her a flyer, texted her a flyer and said, hey, they got a dog over in the dog shelter over here that looks almost like your old dog, like the same colors and everything. You might want to go check it out. This is 10 years and she's still holding out hope. So she actually went over to the dog warden's office as it opened up the next day, and using old photos of her dog and his markings was able to confirm that the canine was indeed her lost pet. The dog it was probably a puppy at the time because the dog is now 10 years old. The dog, who's about 10 years old, then after greeting her with hugs and kisses, they said he had about 7 pounds of hair on him because his fur matted up, never been shaved. So he looked crazy, but she said he had an ugly smile, and that's how she figured out it was him because he only had that one ugly smile. He could spot it from a mile away. And the funny thing was, after she got him, the dog actually led the way home. Like, he knew where he was going, and he took her home.
That's why they said a dog is your best friend.
Yep. And she said to this day, they don't understand how he survived out there in the wild, but he did. And now she said he's just back to being a regular house pet. Just walks around the house, wags his tail, hugs and everything, and just it's like nothing ever happened.
That is wild.
10 years on the wild. And that's not the first time you've heard stories of that. Like, people moved, pets vanish, and then the pets show back up at the house.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, how the fuck did you get here? Mm-hmm. Some people say the animals have homing signals in them.
Yeah, they do.
Right? But that's
why I want one, but the city is just so nasty.
Yeah, no. I think if you're going to have a pet, like a dog, cats, nobody likes cats, but like a dog, I don't think dogs are for apartments. Like our neighbor who has that big old dog that she goes for a walk with every night and in the mornings. She does
King Corso.
That's not King Corso. That's a damn Labrador.
Oh, yeah, that lab one.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about. There's a King Corso over here
in the building.
No, in the neighborhood, and I talked to the lady, and I said, "Oh my God,
never.
He's a puppy."
Nope.
And she said that her other one passed away. I said, "Oh my God." She's like, "Yes, I got him," and the puppy is already the size of her grown one that passed.
I will never. Them dogs are fucking too big.
And they're just loud, like lazy. That's what
I think if you have a dog, you gotta have a house to go with it, like with a yard.
Yeah. He wants to be on the pod. He wants to read the whole week.
Oh, you want to get him?
Yeah.
Get him.
Guys.
All right, we go.
Anyway, until he comes, guys, thank you for listening to us. We appreciate you. We love you. We want you to go ahead and share, subscribe. Make sure you put it in your notifications that you want to listen to us every week.
Podcasting with Busy.
Podcasting with Bay.
Yes,
Let me call my son.
Yeah.
Bryce! Marley!
Call Bryce.
All right, Bryce. He wants to read the quote for the week. So
all right,
here we are.
Here we go. We're going to bring him down.
Here, hold that. And you're going to... Wait, hold on.
Wait. I'm talking to Mike. Mom's adjust the mic for him. You don't need that. Just let him talk in the mic.
You might want to listen. Okay.
He doesn't need... Yeah.
All right. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The struggles along the way are only meant to save for your purpose.
To share.
To share.
Oh no, to shape.
To save for your purpose.
No, stop changing. Read it again. I can't read.
The struggles along the way are only meant to shape for your purpose.
Shape you.
Shape you for your purpose.
Okay, read it again. One more time.
The struggles along the way are only meant to shape for the struggle. I'll try it again.
Okay.
Struggles along the way are
Fix the
only
mic so you can talk.
to save you for your purpose.
All right. Good job, son. Thank you.
All right.
Tell people what you want to tell people. Say thank you for listening.
Thank you!
Thank you for listening to my
It's
mom and dad.
Marcy,
And
and
then
Miss
it will let you-
Whitney. Talking that talk.
The
Real
listening
shit.
to my
Podcasting
mom
ain't the
and
same if it
dad.
ain't with Bay. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. He, she, him, her. Going back to back, that's the big purr. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay.
All right. Big ups to Brycey. So if you guys didn't understand what he said, the quote for the week is, "The struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose." All right.
All right,
Let's
guys.
get it.
Well, thanks so much for being here with us. We appreciate you. We love you guys. Again, if you like what you're listening, hit the notification bell, like, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on on all podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We're there. Search for us, Podcasting with Bay, all one word. And again, until the next time, we'll see you
next week.
same time, same place. Peace.
Peace.
It's Marcy, and Miss Whitney. Talking that talk, real shit. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. He, she, him, her. Going back to back, that's the big purr. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. Podcasting ain't the same if it ain't with Bay. Podcasting with Bay.
And it's a wrap.